terrific to see so many of you turn out in all your gear. Of course, you're all brilliant future soccer players, so this is very important to you. So, just like to welcome everybody here. Mr. Lundy, Andrew Wilkie, Lord Member, David Thomas, Lord Mayor, distinguished members of the soccer community, parents, players, kids and friends. What a marvellous day. I'm going to hand over to some people in a moment who are going to talk to you about very important things to us and the club. But please welcome our guests with a big round of applause. So, I'd like to introduce you to the Federal Minister for Sport, Senator Kate Lundy, who's going to say a few words to you.
Thank you very much for that lovely warm welcome. I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Andrew Wilkie, Mayor Thomas, Senator Carol Brown, to Vicky and all of the club committee here at the South Hobart Football Club, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and soccer players. I can't think of a better place to be on a lovely sunny afternoon in Hobart to make a very important announcement today. But before I do that, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're gathered on this afternoon and pay my respects to their elders past and present and extend that acknowledgement to any Indigenous people who are present here. I'm here to announce that the Australian Federal Government will be providing $1.2 million to upgrade the playing service at Wellington Park. I love making announcements like this, and coming here I was told that it got a bit soggy. Is that right? Does it get a bit soggy? I can actually see the water out there.
I slid in it.
You slid in it? Well, I can't think of a better place to make an investment from the federal government in getting you a pitch that you might still slide, but you'll be wanting to. It won't be the inadvertent slide and the muddiness that you've been playing on. And this project obviously is important because it will allow this playing surface to be used to its fullest potential. One of the great things about Australia and about the sport of soccer is that more and more kids want to play every single year. So, who started playing last year? Who started playing the year before that? Okay, so every year, new kids start playing soccer. And that means all of the football pitches around get used more and more and more as time goes on. And what happens? You get those big muddy holes out there. So what this investment will do, I know, is put in a full-size soccer pitch that is weatherproof. If it's synthetic or sand-based, I know we're still sorting that out. But what it will mean is that you can play on it all the time and it won't get muddy holes in it. And I think 2 of the 5-a-side pitches as well. And can I say a special congratulations to the South Hobart Football Club, to members of the committee, past and present, to the administrators, the coaches, the volunteers and the leadership. Thank you for what you do on behalf of the football players, the soccer players of Hobart. Because it's without... Yeah, give them a cheer. True heroes of our society are the ones that volunteer their time and effort so that others, that young people in particular, but not just young people, there are plenty of older people playing soccer as well, can have that opportunity. And sport, I'm fond of saying, is far more than the sum of its parts. Sport in itself brings so much to a community. Yes, you get fit, have a good time, but you also make friends. You also get to spend time maybe with your mum and dad, or even your grandpa or your grandma or your cousins and your family. And it provides other fantastic benefits as well. Sport is far more than the sum of its parts in Australia, and as I said, without clubs like this, without community base, without the support they receive from their local council, I know the Hobart City Council's made an enormous investment here too, and without all of that being driven by a strong vision of the club leadership, and I can see all of those elements here at the South Hobart Football Club. So I won't talk anymore. I know a few other people want to say a few words to help bring this project together. But can I just say to each and every one of you how proud and pleased I am to be here on behalf of the Federal Labor Government making this announcement today. This is the best place to be spending the money that the federal government has, and I'm really, really pleased to see all of your lovely, healthy, smiling faces here, because I know you'll benefit to our team. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Local member for Denison, Mr. Andrew Wilkie.
Thank you very much, Minister, Senator Carol Brown, Mayor Damon Thomas, John from the Soccer Federation, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I only want to speak for maybe 1 minute, and I just want to acknowledge that soccer is the most popular sport in Australia, but remarkably it is often overlooked for funding. And here in Tasmania, Aussie Rules has a high profile, and soccer often misses out. So I've set myself a goal to try and turn that around, at least in the electorate of Denison. And I think $1.2 million for an all-weather pitch here. And in February we announced another $1.2 million for an all-weather synthetic pitch up at KG5 in Glenorchy. I think that's a pretty good start to try and fund soccer in this part of the world, at least, I think a little bit more fairly. Now, I'm wearing a distinctive red and blue tie. That doesn't show any particular preferences, although this is, of course, the home ground of the South Hobart Footy Club. But I think even more important than that is this is going to be a genuine resource for the whole of soccer in southern Tasmania. Rather than it being the first soccer pitch to shut down when it rains, or even looks like it might rain, this might be the last one now. So this is going to be a pitch that a number of clubs, a number of teams are going to be able to use all year round, regardless of the weather. It's going to become one of the most important soccer grounds, I think, John, it'd be fair to say, in the whole Hobart, Glenorchy area. We are genuinely adding here to the soccer infrastructure of Tasmania for the benefit of a lot of clubs. But of course, good luck to South Hobart for being the resident club here. We'll get a lot of great use out of it. The project manager for this will be the Hobart City Council. And my understanding is that the money for this will be paid to the Hobart City Council this month. So it's not a promise some point in the future, it's happening now. And now the ball is very much in the Mayor's court, or his end of the field, to get on and get the job done. Now, of course, we've got to juggle the soccer season, but there is no reason whatsoever why this money can't be spent and Wellesley Park fixed very, very quickly. So the pressure's now on Damon Thomas to mobilise his troops and get the job done. Minister, thank you very much. Now, I don't want to put Damon under pressure, but he got elected saying he was going to get things done. You know, he's a doer. Well, we're all going to be watching you very, very closely. Listen, Minister, thank you very much to the federal government. The federal government's been very generous to the Denison electorate lately. I think that's fair enough too, because we've got a bit of catching up to do. We've got facilities like this that haven't had any money invested in them for so long. This is money well spent, and when we look around, you know, all the reasons that we might spend federal money in all the places it might be spent, I agree with Kate Lundy. This is as good as anywhere to spend that day. Thank you.
I probably wasn't going to, but how could I not? Yeah, look, when you look out on this field and you see the rolling hills, you can almost imagine you're ploughing a field with a tractor. So it is actually going to be a great improvement. We're also delighted as the landowners to advise that we will see this money work with the club, work with whatever committee structure you have to ensure that we receipt the funds and use the funds quickly for you, so you're actually out there using a modern area, different to what it is now, still in this wonderful setting below the mountain. It's absolutely fantastic, and I don't know how this happened. To have a soccer group out here on the same day is just fantastic. We were very fortunate through the Gillard government, Senator Carol Brown and of course Andrew Wilkie, our tireless local member, to go out to the rowing sheds at Newtown Bay today and freeze in the early morning. And there weren't any rowers there. I mean, what was wrong? So you guys have come out and been there to support us. And it's fantastic to see the enthusiasm this decision's been received with. But look, I do need to say, Senator, you working with Andrew has actually shown that the electorate of Denison is on the map again. I think we've seen plenty of really good, honest, good faith coming out between the federal government and this electorate over the last few months, and I'm sort of hoping a little bit more will keep coming. So thank you indeed, and we won't let you down, South Hobart. We will make sure that we'll work very quickly with you and get it going. So well done, guys. I think 3 cheers from the soccer players to the Minister would be very good, and to Andrew Wilkie. So hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Didn't think that was loud enough. Once more. Hip hip! Hip hip! Once more. Hip hip!
That's okay, thank you. The President of South Hobart Football Club, picking words. Big round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. I've got such a long list of people to welcome. Obviously, our special friends here on my right, and also a number of people down below from the Hobart City Council. Sorry, not used to this. From the Hobart City Council, Craig Martin, Senator Carol Brown. Thank you for coming along. Friends of the club, thank you. I'd just like to invite our Captain Hugh Ludford, and young Aileen's going to come up as well. Can you come up, Aileen, as well, please? Thank you. They're going to join me with for a presentation in a minute. Welcome to Wellesley Park, without doubt one of the most picturesque football grounds in Tasmania. And as most of you know, on some days it's freezing and some days it's wet and some days it's really hot, but mostly it's just beautiful, and we love being here. For more than 25 years, our club has used Hobart City Council venue for training and youth matches. As the days grow shorter and winter arrives, we all prepare ourselves for the closure of the ground. It has been an inevitable fact for a long time. Once it rains, Wellesley closes. The effect of this creates a domino effect in the football world in Hobart. We postpone our games, our club is affected, and our opponents are also affected. No games this weekend, no training tonight. There is such a shortage of grounds with lights within the Hobart City Council area that this drives us into the gym. Our senior coach, Ken Morton, likes to comment that our seniors have won the indoor cycle premiership for the last 5 years. But thanks to this breathtaking, wonderful announcement, all of this will be a thing of the past. We'll work with the Hobart City Council to make this a wonderful training venue for our club and for football in Tasmania. It will provide a venue for home matches for our thriving junior teams. We have 8 teams this year and predict to double next year. It will be a venue for our youth teams to play quality football. Our Premier League footballers will have a marvellous training venue with lights which flood the whole pitch, not just half a pitch. Imagine the heights our sport can reach with such a facility. The Board of Football Federation Tasmania, and I acknowledge John Boulis is here today, are working very hard to create a T-League, a sustainable, exciting state league in Tasmania, and South Hobart Football Club wants to support and be part of this initiative. I congratulate Football Federation Tasmania on that. Just imagine the wonderful passing, attacking football we can play in the state league with a training venue like this. I'm so fortunate to have a team of people who work so hard for football and South Hobart Football Club. My thanks to our wonderful committee, supporters, and all of those who play football for South Hobart Football Club. Most importantly, I see Wellesley filled with children playing and training football, the game we all love. Senator Lundy. Sorry, I'm very emotional about this. This means so much to so many. Thank you for coming to Tasmania on behalf of the Federal Labor Party, personally, to tell us this wonderful news. Much appreciated. Andrew Wilkie, member for Denison, friend to South Hobart Football Club and ambassador for football in Tasmania. Thank you for your untiring work to make this happen. You never forgot us when we asked for your help. You made it happen. Thank you from everyone at South Hobart Football Club and from everyone who plays football in Tasmania. This time we have a small gift for you both. We hope you wear them with pride And think of us when it is raining, because in the not too distant future we will still be able to train and play on Wellesley Park even in a rain. Thank you.
Hugh and Aileen doing the presentations.